y'all. It is Good Friday. It is April the 19th. It's a beautiful day, but it is really cool this morning. I think it's like 50. So, what are your plans for the Easter weekend? If you're in Louisiana, most likely you're going to somebody's crawfish ball or something like that. For me, I got a funeral this weekend, and then of course we got church, and then there's a sunrise service at the cemetery where my mother is buried and my nephew, so we may go out there. So yeah, I'm telling y'all, you know, I did a video not long ago, and I don't have very many views. That's fine. If I have 3 or 4 people get something out of it, I'm satisfied. You know, everything is not about monetary gain or notoriety or all that. I'm just grateful that I'm still alive. I'm still in my right mind. Thank you, Lord. But anyway, it's just, my son called me yesterday. I was at work. Mom, you know, I think there's something wrong with our dryer. I'm like, oh no. I've had to have car repairs. I've had just a lot. But anyway, God is still good. He's still in control, and everything, I know everything that he does is going to work for my good, right? So how has everybody been? I haven't been on in a minute. I think I did a haul, and I'll probably do one later today. What I'm doing now is going out Easter, getting the stuff I'm going to cook for Easter, which is not very much. It's kind of like a somber time for me because, you know, every holiday I would do my mom dressing or bake her a cake or something, and this is the first holiday without her here, and it's just Ooh, but anyway, I ain't come on here to be down and out. God is still good. It's a beautiful day, you know, and we just have to live each day to the fullest. Be grateful, be thankful, stay humble. Caring and giving. It's not always about receiving. Sometimes you need to be a giver, you know. But anyway, I wanted to come on and talk about something else that's been going on in the news or whatever. And a lot of times I don't really say anything about much. I just listen. But the situation going on right now with Wendy Williams, and y'all, I'm looking a hot mess today, but I just threw on some lipstick, so I wouldn't look like I just got out of bed. But of course, it's Easter weekend. I gotta do my hair and stuff, but right now I'm just getting out. I was supposed to be in and out and back in for 9. I'm just leaving it as 9, but that's okay. You know, I don't wish any ill or nothing bad on anybody. That's not who I am as a person. Never have been. I've always tried to help people, even people I know didn't like me, because it's not about them, it's about him. I know who my source is. And, you know, when you get into that realm where you know your source, you know God provides everything you need, your walk, your talk, your way of thinking is different. It really is, y'all. It really, really is. And that's why I say when people going through things, you got to tap into your source, because that's what's going to get you through any and everything that you go through. But the Wendy Williams situation, I hate that with her and her husband, because they do have a child and she's in the public and her life playing out for everybody to see. But I talked about this before. When you're living and you're a celebrity, everything you do is on public display. And it's hard, I know it is. And especially for your children. And I talked about that. But like with the Wendy Williams show, her show is gossip. And you know, everything that comes up is something bad that's going on in somebody's life. And then now, guess what? The same thing that she discussed is what she's going through. So people be discussing it about her. That's the one thing I don't like. We got to quit harping on other people's misfortune, or quit discussing it so much. Like, I know a lot of things that's going on with people in people's lives that's not good. I don't even discuss it. I don't even bring it up. You know, in fact, I work in a profession that, you know, I'm privy to a lot of confidential information that you can't discuss. But, you know, I just feel like when people are going through something, like, say for instance, I'm going through something. I'm not an entertainer. I'm not anybody famous. I'm special because God made me, though. But my information, I deal with it, and I deal with it how I want to deal with it. If I want to tell somebody, I do. If I don't have to. That's my choice. You understand what I'm saying? But when you're a public figure like that, everything happens in your life is money for other people. You understand what I'm saying? They selling your story and all that type of stuff. I don't care for that. I mean, even she is the type of business she had. I mean, that's what she did. You understand what I'm saying? But in retrospect, I feel bad for her that it's happening to her. So the thing about that is, okay, maybe that should change the dynamics of how her show is structured. Let it not always be about everybody's business. Because at one time I was mad because to me, she just badgered Chris Brown. To me, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Nobody else had to agree, but that's just how I felt. And I was like, wow, when I said this is a young boy, a young man, he's not a boy, but he's a young man and he's gotten into some trouble, but he has a lot of growing to do. You know, and the thing about it, everything you say about him is negative and this, that, and the other. Think about it. That's somebody's child. Even though he's a man, he still has a mother, and you know, and I just think that as people, when somebody is going through something, give them that time. You understand what I'm saying? Give them that time to grieve or to process that information and heal and stuff. It's just, I don't know. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't like how sometimes they get on there and they different shows and not only talking about people, we're talking about them and discussing everything bad that's going on with them. I just, I think that we deal with enough as people till we have to be building each other up instead of tearing each other down. I think that even with the way the public officials are in the big house now, I'm gonna just say the big house, a lot of that negativity in the world is coming from there. It's coming from the top because it's the way, sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it, or it's how information is delivered. It's just, we don't have to be like that. We don't have to be like that. And then the situation with Nipsey Hussle, my daughter told me one morning, she said, Nipsey Hussle got killed. I said, Nipsey Hussle? I said, I don't know who that is. I said, I know Nipsey Russell. And she said, no, a rapper. So that's when I went and I read his story or whatever. The guy, the young man was a genius. And I read what they were saying about people wanting to start a fund for his kids. That guy already had his kids set up for life. So, he was a very intelligent young man. And I had seen what one of my Facebook friends was saying. I didn't really know him, but I listened to one of his songs, and I know he wouldn't be somebody I listen to. But you can't, the music is just an outlet for him. You can't listen to a song and say you know a person's life. That's very premature to think that way. But he did a lot of good for his community, and I'm telling you, the life you live speaks for you. The life you live speaks for you. I keep telling people that. And the thing about it, one of my friends was preaching, and she was saying that, about those generations, and we talk about that a lot. We living off of prayers of our grandmothers and grandfathers and people who loved us that's already gone. And so, I'm kind of all over the place, y'all, for real. But I'm just saying, all I want is the world to be a better place. You got kids, you think, like with the entertainers. Oh, such and such did this and did that when they died. But while they living, they badger them and showing them intoxicated or high and making idiots of themselves. But then when they dead, they such good people. Let them know you care about them and let them know you love them and how good they are while they living. They can't hear that when they dead. That bothers me. It really does. But, I'm not perfect. We not perfect. We make mistakes. But the one thing we need to learn is like to love you one another. That's a commandment. That's a commandment. And if you getting on TV badgering people and gossiping about all of the misfortunes they're going through, that, I saw somebody had posted, I ain't gonna even say her name, one of the gospel singers. She was leading a song, and you can tell she was intoxicated. She was intoxicated, or she was on something or whatever. And I don't know if I would have shared that or whatever, but I often think of what our pastor say a whole lot. The Lord will bless you and change you right in front of the people, right in front of the naysayers, or the ones who always put you down. I just don't, I don't know. That's one of those things I just don't care about. I don't ever want to be the person that makes somebody feel bad about themselves. I don't ever want to be that person. If I can't lift you up, I'm not going to put you down. And I watch some people, and I had subscribed to some people's channels on YouTube. And then when I get on there and all they doing is having drama, and they backwards and forth arguing with people, I delete them. First of all, I'm 53 years old and I don't have time for that. And secondly, that's just not how I want to live my life. That's negativity. And one thing about positive and negative, one gonna cancel one out. So if you got more negative going on in your life than positive, hey, you need to reassess your life. But just being kind to one another. If somebody doing good, let them know now. Don't wait until they die to tell them, because guess what? They can't hear it. The funeral for the family, that person, wherever they headed, they body already, the spirit is already gone. So I don't know, y'all. I'm just praying for better days. But on one good note, I did see where the Bloods and Crips in a lot of places are calling it a truce, and I'm so proud about that. I am so proud about that. So y'all, I'm headed into Kroger now. I think I got 2 or 3 stores to go into this morning. I'm going to go and do that, and I'll be back later.